This episode is sponsored by Pound Fun, but more on that a little bit later in the episode. Hi everyone and welcome to Mama Social, the podcast. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Kayleigh, and we're here to talk motherhood, womanhood and all things adulthood.
So grab yourself a bev and enjoy.
As soon as the overture came on, I was like, oh my God. Then when Defying Gravity came on, I was like, oh my God.
It's my birthday.
Oh, how did I not know this?
I don't know when your birthday is. I swore I would never, and I never ever thought I would be. I mean, it might not last. I never ever thought.
It has to last.
It has to now.
You can't not do it. Me peak was
Do you want to just quickly know what's wiping me out a bit?
What are you going to say?
I feel like manners are different to consent.
Yeah, like you teach your child manners.
How do you feel about consent in social media?
Well, me and Dill's been talking about this the last few weeks.
This is something that I go backwards and forwards with. Like, I really go backwards and forwards with it.
I really love that you asked me a question. I said half a sentence and you started answering it. I think that's my favourite thing you said.
That's brilliant.
Me kill love Instagram account is now going to be the art account. All I do is watch artists on Instagram now, you know.
I love how you become so obsessed with stuff. Like you
tell me you don't have ADHD without telling me you've got ADHD. The person who's hyperfixated, I'll be over this in a week.
Oh no, 100%. Like, but you would be that person that you start painting and you change your Instagram to Kayleigh artist.
Artiste.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I was changing careers again yesterday. So I went to see Wicked.
Oh, God. So you come back into musical theatre.
All right. So, Wicked, for me, so it came out when I was like 15, 16.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I'm not even kidding you, it was so instrumental in my, like, want to be a performer. Like, as soon as I've seen it 5 times in the West End, cry each and every time. Yeah. It's just, it does something to me like DNA.
I've never seen it.
Oh, God.
Like, never. Like, I've never, ever seen it. Like, I actually don't know what it's about. I'm guessing it's like a good witch and a witch that's green.
Yeah, but you've seen The Wizard of Oz, right?
Yeah.
So it's, you know, the Wicked Witch of the West, the green one. So it's her story. Is the reason, it's the interweaving story of why she is quote unquote wicked.
All right, okay.
But she's not wicked.
Right. So is this like after?
Before. So it's like.
Oh, so I thought you would end up good.
But good is somebody's interpretation.
Ah.
So why was she wicked? Well, she was trying to save animals from being like killed and slaughtered and the Aussians and Oz don't want that. They want the control.
Oh, right, okay.
So she's like fighting for the ones that can't and they turn her into this. Oh, it's so good. Okay. Well, I cried from start to finish. As soon as the overture came on, I was like, oh my God. Then when Defying Gravity came on, I was like, oh my God. Honestly, I took my mum and she kept grabbing my leg as if like, it's all right. It's all right. It's the only thing that ever gets me like that.
Rocking backwards and forwards.
It was not like that. It was like, you know, when your eyes just fill up and then tears just run. When you're not actually crying, you're just like, it's so good. And now I'm trying to teach the children every single moment of the story. Eva was sat in the back of the car like this. Can I just have me Christmas music on? Because she's obsessed with this Snowflakes song. You'll have heard it on YouTube.
I don't think I have.
Snowflake, snowflake, little old snowflake.
No, I've never heard it. I don't personally watch kids' YouTube.
I'm sorry, but I'm not sitting there on a night watching YouTube. But when my kids have got it on,
seems like you are.
This little snowflake bobs about.
Oh.
Or is it a star? Anyway, don't know. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm good. I've had a lovely morning singing in the car.
What were you singing?
So I did a bit of Defying Gravity. I know some of the songs. I don't know the story, but I know the songs.
I'm back in.
Carrie Underwood, Beyonce, Leona Lewis.
How are you getting that playlist?
I just started with, well, actually, I listened to Wicked first, and then I just started listening to one, and then like just loads of bangers came after.
Name a Carrie Underwood.
Before He Cheats.
Keep going.
Right now.
Yeah, okay. And there sounds like rock and back.
Probably getting frisky.
Right now.
Yeah. That is exactly how she says it. Right now. I love it. That's a one that I like scream at the top of my lungs.
I've never listened to it fully. I don't
Oh my God, it's great.
I'll get it on after.
It's great.
We're doing that thing where we are
just talking about a load of crap.
Shite. So you've had a nice drive in.
Oh yeah, actually.
Thoroughly enjoying these pleather trousers.
Thanks.
Sexy.
Thanks. They're my favourite leather leggings. 3 years old. Lovely. But anyway, Kayleigh.
Yeah.
Today, as this episode goes out,
right?
Thursday, the 5th of December.
Yeah.
It's my birthday.
Oh, how did I not know this?
Don't know. I don't know when your birthday is either.
1st of July.
I was going to say I knew it was in the summer, but I couldn't remember what date.
What are you going to do for it?
Absolutely nothing.
No, but is that a choice?
Kind of.
Have you got the kids?
Really
have you?
Birthday. Well, I'm guessing that
off?
right now I'll just be in the house with Orvie.
Oh, you need.
Oaks will be at nursery.
Oh.
Then Sunday shift. I'll just be alone with a baby.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Maybe I'll go and have like a walk around B&M or somewhere.
Oh, living.
Treat myself on my birthday.
Don't go to B&M.
Why?
Go to the range.
I've been to the range at the weekend.
Oh.
Don't want to go back. I don't have as much fun there.
You know?
No.
I love the Christmas aisle.
Maybe I'll have a look around like IKEA.
Oh, nah.
No.
I run, all the secret little passageways around IKEA. When you can just cut through. I'm like, wow, this is soul destroying going through like a snake.
Sometimes I like to have a good wander.
Well, enjoy.
I will.
And happy birthday.
Thanks.
How old are you going to be? 34?
35. 35.
Wait, I'm 36. Don't do that.
Survive and thrive.
Why, yes.
I know.
I'm excited. I think the 40s are going to be my best times.
I agree. I think
kids will be able to be self-sufficient.
Yeah.
And I'll be able to do whatever the hell I like.
Mm-hmm.
But then probably cry about, I wish the babies were little again. Or one of us will fall wrong and end up having another baby.
No.
It's you.
It's not.
It's you.
It's not me.
Not me.
It's not me.
Is it you? Is it you?
It's absolutely not me. This episode is sponsored by Pound Fun. Can we say the C word?
Absolutely. Say the C word.
Okay then, it's nearly Christmas, guys, and we know that Christmas can end up costing a small fortune, which is why we're very proud to be partnering up with Pound Fun.
Pound Fun are dedicated to providing budget-friendly, high-quality toys for children of all ages. They've been around since 2023, and their mission is to make the joy of play accessible to every family by offering a wide range of cheap toys that inspire creativity and learning.
And we have an exclusive 20% off code to save you even more, meaning you can nurture your child's imagination without breaking the bank. You can use code MAMA20 at the checkout.
That's MAMMA 20.
This podcast is sponsored by Pretty Mama Maternity. Breastfeeding mamas, we've got something that's going to change your life.
Pretty Mama have an amazing selection of breastfeeding clothing, from sweatshirts to t-shirts and even t-shirt dresses.
Their discreet zips open diagonally so that you can breastfeed with confidence, comfortably, knowing that you're covered.
They're easy to wear and trendy, and will see you through breastfeeding and beyond.
You can use our discount code MAMA15 for 15% off site-wide.
That's MAMMA 15. So,
touch wood. I'm getting pins and needles in my foot. I'm going to have to take one boot off.
Are they too
Because
small?
I've got that dodgy lump on my foot.
Oh, yeah.
And when I wear boots, sometimes it's just a little bit tight over my lump.
Was that where something fell on you at work?
Yeah, well, I got squished and crushed my foot, and then when the bone mended itself, it mended in a big lump.
Ew.
I know. It gets a little bit uncomfortable when it's tight. So we don't like to suffocate the lump. That's why I like Crocs and everything so much.
So should we do our pits and peaks?
Come on then. Pits and peaks.
What's yours? Sorry, I just read mine.
I'm going to go with the peak of my week, right?
Yes, please.
Is I've started doing Elf on the Shelf.
Oh,
I know I swore I would never. I swore I would never, and I never ever thought I would be. I mean, it might not last. I never ever thought.
It has to last.
It has to now.
You can't not do it now that you've started.
Yeah, well, this morning he told us that he hated them and he wanted them to go away.
Oh, well, yes.
So,
Trauma.
So then I thought, do you actually want them to go away?
Put them in a box.
I can make them go away.
I would.
No, I mean, it's only day 2, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it.
Check back in next week.
Yeah,
Lauren has
it'll have all
burnt the
changed.
elves on the
But yeah,
shelves.
Oaks hated them this morning because I put them in a big pile of flour and made them do snow angels. And then Oaks rubbed some flour in his eye. So then he was like,
I hate the elves.
I hate the elves. Naughty elves. And I was like, oh.
Don't have time for it.
I mean, it only actually took us 2 seconds.
No, but so many times I've heard my friends say,
listen,
I've got into bed and then gone, that pesky elf, and I had to get out and go and do something with
I
them.
forgot about it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I don't believe that you don't have time because you're spending an hour painting every night.
Oh my God, Lauren, I'm in love with me painting.
Just put the elf next to the paintbrush and pretend the elf did it.
Every day.
Yeah.
Just a new little bit.
A new painting. They've done a new one. And another one.
I walked past Northern Rye and there's, that like pop-up little shop that you can do. Somebody's got a pop-up there of art and interior design.
That's what you need to do.
And she's got like abstract art on the wall. I was like, that's me. That is me.
You should have popped your head in and said, do you need some more art to sell? I'm an artist.
I'm an artist. Oh. Anything that makes us sleep better, Lauren.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
I finish my day, I get the music on, do some painting, and then I get into bed and I go to sleep.
That's like me with reading.
Yeah.
Like, I love to read. Like, I know that I'm going to have I don't have a good sleep, actually, so I don't know why I'm even going to say that.
Yeah,
but I know that I'm going to fall
have the kids.
asleep nicely if I've, like, got into bed and started reading.
Mm-hmm.
I like to fall asleep. Well, not fall, like, read myself to sleep until I can't keep my eyes open anymore. I read with one eye for a bit and then I can't go any longer. But anyway, pit of my week is going to be the sleep.
Again?
Oh, it's just nothing's getting any better.
I think this is just your go-to when you can't think of a pit.
Because nothing else bad's happened. Nothing else like bad has happened. Like last night, Oaks has been getting in the bed earlier and earlier. Last night was like 10 o'clock. And I've got a photo actually.
He's just getting into bed with you.
This is how, I know, he's just getting into bed. This is how he was trying to go to sleep. On Glenn's head.
He looked like a pillar.
Like on Glenn's head. Like he's literally like
obsessed
around the head. But we were trying to move him and he wouldn't move. We kept straightening him out and he was just scurrying back. I'm like, well, we're just going to have to sleep like that. So obviously I had toes in my face and I got booted all night. Like I just got booted in the back and the shoulders.
Why didn't you go into his bed?
I don't know.
I did last night. I went into Eva's bed, but it was about 2 o'clock.
You know what? I should do that.
I've definitely broke a bed though, because it's like when I get in.
Oaks is on the floor, so like
it's the same bed as Eva's. The canopy
I don't know
thing.
if I'd get out of it.
I just roll over like a sloth and then push up.
He's getting a double bed soon. It's getting delivered in a couple of weeks. So when he's got the double bed, I do think that I'll just let him go in there and I'll go in his.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder if he would sleep all night if he was in my bed alone.
Yeah, he would. I don't know if he would if he was alone.
Twerp. Little twerp.
Haven't heard that in a long time. Yeah. So I was attached to something on me top.
So yeah, there you go. That's me pit and me peak.
So
Also, I still hate being an adult as well. You're doing remortgage and it's just a lot of forms, can't be arsed.
200.
I hate being an adult.
So it's shit, really, being a parent sometimes and being a human and being an adult.
Yeah.
Pit of the week. It's not a pit, it's just a funny story. You know the cock and balls in my car?
Oh, yeah.
Your favourite little gadget that's in me, the magic trick. I got to Eva's school, jumped out the car.
Someone says she took it into school.
No. It flopped into the middle of the road out of the side of
I
my
would have just
car.
pretended that it wasn't yours.
No.
Away.
A man went, Kayleigh, excuse me, Kayleigh.
You've dropped your penis.
And then she like kept walking. She must have got into the angle of where you could see it was a cock and balls. And she was like, penis, you dropped. And I was like, and you know, when you're trying to explain, I'm going, it's a magic trick. And she was just laughing her head off. There was loads of people walking about and I just thought, she's like, look like a dirty paedophile carrying cocks and balls in my car door.
Yeah.
So that was embarrassing. This is annoying. This bracelet that keeps getting trapped to me top. Me peak was
Do you want to just quickly know what's wiping me out a bit?
What are you going to say?
You've got naked nails. Like, I've never seen a naked nail.
I've had naked nails since I got fungus from the Vietnamese bar.
Well, why have I never
4
noticed
months
that you've
ago?
had naked nails? Are they just longer today?
Yeah, I need to cut them. Are you looking at me manky bit where I trapped it?
I wasn't even looking at that one.
Well,
It's just that naked nails were just sending us over a bit.
leave my naked nails alone.
I mean, mine,
You don't even know what your nails look like anymore.
aren't. I mean, mine are pretty naked as well, to be honest.
Yeah. I must have told you about the
yeah,
fungus
you
that I
did.
got.
I remember now.
The itchy, awful. Well, deal with the naked nail. Me peak is Christmas Day. We had our annual Friends.
Oh yes, I've seen. Was
Christmas
it good?
event. So good, and we've done things away. We've been here, there, everywhere. And this one, I think, was the closest one we did to home. And actually, probably is the best.
Where did you go? Adventure Valley.
Adventure Valley.
I like Adventure Valley.
I've never been. Obviously, we've been before, but never for Christmas. And it was so good. There was so much to do, all inclusive, like that beautiful part. Like it was just the kids loved it. We loved it. Didn't start very good because they stupidly had, you know, them like where kids put their faces through,
Like a board thing.
But it's on like the back of a tractor wagon thing. So the kids ran round, climbed up, and then I heard Eva go, ah! So I ran round and she was like, got herself scared because the thing the kids stand on to put their heads in the thing, you know them chairs that go up and down?
Oh, like a foldy chair?
A foldy chair. They pull them down, they stand on them. You're going to fall through them. So she like scared herself. As I was getting her down, I looked at Freddie and Freddie, no word of a lie, his balance must have went and his feet went backwards. So the chair went up. He ended up slotting himself, his legs through the back of the chair and headbutting the front of another chair.
So that's not funny. But
And bust his nose.
No.
He's got black nose, black eyes, but his arms, because his body must have just thought, what the hell is happening? Nothing happened to him to save himself.
I feel like kids, when they fall, they just like fold in half and that, like...
Well, he was slid between chairs, headbutting the front of a chair. And I was like, you know when you're like, you can't stop thinking about it.
For the
whole day I thought about it because Joanna was going, there was that much blood. Joanna was going, is it his teeth? Is it, because you couldn't see where it was coming from because it was just pissing. And Tash was going, oh, he's used, because he gets them nosebleeds. He's used to these. We're all good. And I was going, yeah, he's used to them, but not normally the horrendous pain that he's having right now. Joanna had baby wipes, because I don't carry anything like that around anymore. So she had baby wipes. She had a full bottle of Calpol. That Calpol went round 3 kids that day. It was like the communal syringe. Dale was like, I have left just for 5 minutes. Anyway, got it all sorted. I went into the gift shop. I said, excuse me. I was like, it's all sorted now. But them chairs shouldn't have. So, and they were like, oh my God, does he need anything? I was like, no, just either lock the chairs up or like tie wrap them down. Don't let them move.
Yeah.
Because if that was Eva...
Oh, no, yeah, I get you. So obviously if they stand on a certain part of the chair will fold.
So he stood slightly further back, his weight, and it's just, he's gone through the middle of it. But his head just like, boom, off the front. Oh.
You need to stop thinking about it.
It's awful. But that's not the pit. It was a wonderful day after that.
Okay.
Really good. It's just nice to be like the simple things.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't cost an arm and a leg. We went for food afterwards. Like, we did make it more expensive by doing the things that we did, but the kids just love being together.
Yeah.
And
I feel
wonderful.
like days are easier when
you're with people.
you're together, isn't it? Like when there's more kids and kids can be with the kids and it's an easier day.
Oh, and I'm thinking about another thing. Remy came over with Eva and Eva had a welted handprint on her face.
A what?
Like when you start a handprint. Basically some little biatch slapped Eva in the play area. So maybe I found that, mother.
What did you say?
I just went over and I said, "Excuse me." I took Eva's welted face. I was like, "Your daughter's just smacked my daughter in the face," and she was like, and I was like, "Oh, there's nothing. I just want you to be aware of like
what she's getting up to."
She's just full, like, because it was, you could see the fingers.
Yeah.
She's hit her that hard. And she was like, "Say sorry now." She's like, "Sorry." And like, I was like, "Oh, thanks." And Tash went, "What were you going to try and get out of that?" I was like,
what were?
Nothing, but if Eva had smacked somebody else, I would want
you
to
would
know,
want to know
so that I could discipline her and be like, "Absolutely not."
Yeah.
And then Dale was like, "You don't know if she'd smacked her." I was like, "She hasn't." And Remy was like, "She didn't, Uncle Dale." And she's like a little old woman, Remy. She like tells you the whole story. Something about a bouncy ball.
Oh, so they both wanted a bouncy ball.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. But other than that, it was a wonderful day.
Still a nice day.
And then yesterday, went to see Wicked. Went back home, made the best Sunday roast ever. It was delightful in all the ways. And had 2 bottles of red wine with my husband.
Oh.
And then did art on the night. He was absolutely mortal. And I wasn't. I couldn't get drunk. I'd had too many Yorkshire puddings. Soaking up all the red. How was it?
I was just going to say, like, how are you not rough?
I couldn't even get drunk.
Yeah.
Still had his eyes were the wrong way. It was really quite funny.
It's just like, I think I could eat every Yorkshire pudding and have 2 glasses of wine and still be like pissed.
Yeah. I think it's something to do with when if the kids weren't there, I would have been mortal, I think. I think when the kids
but
are
like
there,
a certain part of your brain doesn't like let you.
I was like, he was bong-eyed, comatose on the couch.
I wonder if that would work for me. Maybe I need to take the kids out on the drink. See if I can handle it more.
Shall we move on? So this week's topic is consent.
Consent. Okay, what about it?
Well, I know this has been a big thing for us in our household since being a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you feel? Do you make the kids like kiss and hug and say thank you and stuff like that?
No.
But were you?
I would prompt them to say thank you.
Yes.
I keep having to remind dogs to use his manners.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, manners. And then he'd be like, thank you or please. But if my mum's there or something and she's like, give us a kiss and cuddle, and he's like, no. It's fine. But nobody else pushes it. Like, my mum isn't like, you need to give me one. Do you know what I mean? No, but you know what I mean? Like, nobody tries to force them into it. Like, everyone's just like, okay, bye.
Mm-hmm.
But I know what you mean. Because I feel like when I was little, probably like told to say bye at least. I don't think I was forced into cuddling or anything. No, I don't know. Can't remember.
I think it was just like a part of culture.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was all them films where the auntie with the big lips would come towards. And you'd be like, "Wah," and it was just like accepted as a thing. And I know that happened to me as a kid, like just getting up in people's space, and I'm like, ugh, don't want to. but being told I have to. Just not for me. Not for me. And I want it, and I know it really upset. It doesn't anymore, but me mum and Dale's mum would get really upset.
Yeah, like a bit offended.
That they won't give them a kiss or a cuddle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't have to.
You just don't need to take it personally.
No.
There's just small humans.
Yeah. I do. If Eva's the worst, not the worst, she's the strongest. Freddie, he's so cuddly anyway. I think it's different with boys. But Eva, she's Eva. Eva? What is she?
What?
She's
either. Eva is either. What?
That's so hard.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Eva is either
so cuddly and kissy, or hates your guts.
Yeah.
There's no middle ground. But her affection shouldn't be a representation of if she's had fun or if she doesn't love you. She just doesn't want to kiss you goodbye. Like, it's fine. And now everyone's like, oh, we're on board. But Dale would even at the start be like, go on, kiss, cuddle, and try and, I don't know. And I'm like, no, it's not happening.
Nah.
But in the office the other week, we were talking about it, and one of the girls' friends doesn't even prompt the way that you do and the way that I do the kids to say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
She wants them to have autonomy over their manners for stuff. And I'm like, no, this isn't somebody who works for us.
But I feel like
because that person wouldn't work for me.
I feel like manners are different to consent.
Yeah, like you teach your child manners.
Yeah.
So you do have to prompt them every now and again.
Yeah.
Whereas this mum just is like, no, they'll do it if they want to do it. And I'm like,
Yeah, but so then that child's going to grow up saying please for now.
Or not simply.
No, I mean, yeah. So that's the same sentence, just the other way around. So if I go into Greg's and just went, can I have a corned beef pasty? Bye.
I'd slap you in the head.
Like, say, can I have a corned beef pasty, please? Yeah. Like, it's just manners.
We need to ring, and not right now, but we need to work out why that I don't know the mum, so we can't ring her. But why that would even be a thought that...
Yeah, like, why would you not want your kids to be saying please and thank you? I get that you don't want your kids to be cuddling and kissing people if they don't want to be.
I think what she's trying to do is they'll say please and thank you when they really mean it, potentially.
I get the whole... So, you know, when people go on about sorry and about not forcing your child to say sorry because you want them to mean sorry. You don't want them to just be saying sorry.
Yeah.
Because they know that if they say sorry...
They can go
everything like it's going to be all right. Mm-hmm. Like they've got to mean the sorry. Like I get that. Like, I don't get please and thank you. I don't get why you wouldn't want your child to say please and thank you.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Right in that, lady. If I think that's got to be such a small minority of people.
Yeah.
Like why wouldn't she's obviously listened to some idiot on Instagram talk about it at some point and just thought, oh, I'm going to roll with that too. Because that's like saying you're not going to teach your child how to use a knife and fork.
So what about sharing? So where do you stand on sharing?
I don't make the kids share. I would encourage, but I think they don't have the ability to even comprehend sharing until they're about 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Something quite old. So when they're like 2 or 3 and they're in a soft play, and you're like, right, share with this person you've never met in your life. Like,
yeah.
How would that?
I always try and say like about turns, taking turns. Mm-hmm. Like, so I'd be like, it's not your turn yet. You wait until that little boy finishes and then it's your turn.
Yeah.
And do that. But I always tell Orcs that he doesn't have to share his food.
Doesn't?
He doesn't. He doesn't. Mm-hmm. Joey doesn't share food. But you don't have to share your food. And your toys are your toys. You don't have to share them either.
But you do need to share your shit.
Yeah. But sharing is caring.
But only when, like, imagine, right, if you had something And I was like, can I have that? So if you had a ham sandwich or a burger, McDonald's burger or a hash brown, whatever, your favourite things, I want that.
Right. No. Go and buy your own.
No, I want that though.
No.
But I'm going to have it. Thank you.
Slap.
It's such a strange, why we don't accept it in adulthood.
Yeah.
So why would you demand that your kids do it as a baby? Because I've seen people in play cafes with tiny kids, like barely crawling, like trying to instigate sharing.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I would try and like encourage sharing in a public place where the stuff is not theirs.
Yeah.
Where it's not anyone's. You know what I mean? I'd be like, right, everybody here needs to share. Everyone needs to be sharing these things. Take turns. Nice.
Take turns nicely. But don't think that I'm going to think you're a terrible parent if you don't give my child that toy.
Yeah.
Like, let that child, they'll be bored of it in 30 seconds and then you'll have it. I remember Freddie was on a tractor at the play place where we've been before, the little cute one. It was on one of them tractors and this little boy wanted it. And I said, the little boy went over and asked nicely. And Freddie was like, no. And he was about 4 something. No, I'm still playing. And I was like, all right, when you're done, make sure that little boy has it. And the mum, I don't know, she gives a vibe that she was like expecting me to get him off that.
Yeah.
And the little boy just followed him around behind the tractor like he was an animal attached to the tractor. And I was like,
awkward.
Oh my God, like you'll get it in a minute. But imagine wanting something so bad as a kid.
I know.
I want that. And I'm just going to waddle around next to you for half an hour. But it made Freddie go all the more longer because he's like, you're not winning.
He's like, Dale, don't tell me what to do.
Exactly.
I will stay on this for as long as I want.
He said he listened to the podcast last week.
Did he? Mm-hmm. Well, big up Dale.
Big up Dale. So yes, I think there's a massive difference between forcing your child to do something that makes them feel uncomfortable.
How do you feel about consent in ways to do with like social media?
Well, me and Dale's been talking about this the last few weeks.
This is something that I go backwards and forwards with. Like, I really go backwards and forwards with it.
I really love that you asked me a question, I said half a sentence and you started answering it.
Well, no, now I'm waiting for your answer. I'm just telling you that I go backwards and forwards with it.
And it's hard because we've been in the generation of social media where it wasn't scary to put things on. Like, you know, when a memory comes up and it's like 2008 and like I'm in Liquid in Sunderland and I'm a mess on the floor.
Yeah.
Like, and that's like a memory. There's no way I would put that on social media now, but it's somewhere in there.
I would.
With the photo you've just showed me of the spa, should definitely go on social somewhere. But like, it was when it was an innocent place to be. Whereas with kids now, we know that something potentially dodgy can happen, and they don't have any say on what's happening with their photos, and that'll stay with them for life. We got social media when we were adults. Like, we have been saying we need to put less on, especially like on the business pages, because that's open to the public.
Yeah.
Whereas when I first started Mama Social, it wasn't a business, so it was just me and the kids. Like, but for me, I just remember Nicole at work, her son's images got took from her social media, which is private, and put on somebody. It was like it was a dodgy. She somehow found her son's pictures on a site that she didn't okay it, and she then looked into the laws, and as soon as you put any social media on, anybody can move them anywhere and there's nothing you can do. and that freaks me out. So we are going to be doing less of the full frontal of their faces.
Full frontal of their faces.
So I've been putting like a lot of their, when they're cuddling each other, or like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But if there's a picture of you and your kid and you're putting like a sticker over their face, just don't put the picture up.
Yeah.
Have you been seeing that a lot?
Yeah, I've seen that. And I get it. I get why people don't share, and I get why people want to share. And I just float somewhere in the middle.
But you share a lot because that's your job, right?
I do share a lot. But as Oaks is starting to get older, I'm like, should I be? I don't know. So what I always try and do is, I seen on someone's Instagram once that you should filter them. So I always filter.
To make them pretty?
No. So I always use a grain on my photos of the kids. And I mean, I probably don't grain it enough, to be honest. I turn grain quite far down. But apparently if you put a grain on your images, obviously it's harder for people to use them in videos. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or in pictures, because they've got a grainy face. So I always try and put a grain on me photos.
I've never heard of
I
that.
don't know if that is going to make any kind of difference. Mm-hmm. But what I start to think as well is like, people will recognise my child.
Mm-hmm. You know, remember that time that woman taught us was talking to Freddie at the doctor's last year?
Oh.
It would have been on one of the old episodes where we walked in the doctor's and Freddie's playing with the germ-infested toys that are in doctor's surgeries. And this woman went over and was, "Hi, Freddie. Freddie. And I was like, "Excuse me, how do you know my child?" And she was like, "Sorry, I know you. Like, I follow you on my social." And I was like, whoa. Like,
surely you would say hello to you first.
It was,
there is.
It was a weird one. But yeah, I imagine they do.
Yeah. So I do think as they get older, I may also stop sharing as much.
Was it me thoughts the other week on here that, it was.
What?
And we shouldn't really be talking about Freddie as much on here now that he's talking about me at school.
Yeah. In case people listen.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So that is the end of the podcast.
Over and out. It was nice while it lasted.
But for me, it's like, to round everything up, if you're feeling uncomfortable about something, you're the owner of that child. You're the
owner.
You own that child. You have a responsibility to make sure that that child feels safe. So if you feel uncomfortable saying to another loved one, like a parent or a grandparent, like, no, then it doesn't matter how you feel. It's about the child. Yeah. So step into your big girl boots and advocate for your child.
Agree.
Because there's nobody else that will do it.
I just noticed another point on the bottom of this card that I'm just going to quickly read out. Not people-pleasing and remembering you can say no to invitations. I love a no.
You're a good, strong no.
I'm a good, strong no.
And I often think when you say yes, she's probably 70% no, so I'll wait to book anything.
Like, I love saying no.
Mm-hmm. We always like that, though.
Yeah, I think I've always been like that. Like, if I don't want to do something, I'm just not going to even pretend that I'm going to do it. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm just like, no. But in my head, I had this. So where do you stand on school party invitations?
We said no to one on Sunday.
Did you? So I didn't know. So I had this discussion with Glenn's sister, and I didn't know that you had to tell people no.
You're not telling people no.
No, so I had. So when Oaks first started this, yeah, but I thought RSVP was
for yes,
reserving for yes.
No, you need to tell them yes or no.
Yeah, so I know that now, so I won't make that mistake again. But we've had like 3 party invitations from school that all fell on the same dates as parties of my friends' kids. Mm-hmm. So we haven't been any yet, but I didn't say no. Oh. I just Ignored,
You're going to be in the WhatsApp group as the one that just ignores.
I know. But I wouldn't assume that someone was going if they hadn't said yes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what is invitation etiquette?
Let them
you're
know
supposed to
either
say
way.
no.
So like Freddie wants a gaming party this year. So I've rented one of them gaming.
One of those vans. Yeah.
And there's 10 consoles, but he's got lots of friends. So I'm like, how are you picking?
10.
Like from your cousins, from your school, from...
But how do you pick?
I just let him pick. But then he was wanting to invite 2 of the boys that he does after school club with, which is older than him. And I was like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah. Like, he plays with them every single day. But then I reached out to the mum because I thought, there's only 10 spaces. It's not like we've gone to a play cafe and it's unlimited and it doesn't really matter. Like, that's 2 places that he would give to somebody else. And she said she'd get back to us, and then she didn't. And then I thought, I'm not reaching back out again. So he's invited 2 other people. Because I
would respond to someone if they contacted me directly.
Yeah.
And said, are you coming to this party? Then I would say yes or no. But when it's just an invitation.
And them invitations get lost. The one on Sunday, we didn't even get an invitation for. So I didn't RSVP, but I only got asked on Thursday, is Freddie coming? I was like, didn't know about it, but no thank you. And then Tash said on Saturday, you're at the party tomorrow. I was like, no, I've said no. She was like, why? I was like, I just want to chill out in the house. Yeah. Like, when I got back from Wicked, pajamas on, food on, bottle of wine, like, didn't want to be running around jump 360.
Oh, I do like a trampoline park.
You lunatic.
I do. I enjoy it.
Awful. Really. Where does Ovi go?
Oh, he just has a crawl about. Have you never done the toddler 2 hours?
Yeah.
At Infinite? I love it.
I have.
Love it? No. So Ovi just has a little crawl while we all jump.
Jump around. Right. Come on then. Next bit. Share your shit. Share your shit.
Remember the one we did last week? She messaged us on Instagram.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Hold on, what was the one last week?
The woman that had early miscarriages.
Oh, yes.
And she voice noted us on Instagram saying that she'd listened, and thank you so much for reading it out, and thanks so much for the advice she was going to play it to her partner, and just saying that would made her feel so much better.
Aww.
And I was just like, oh, that's really cute.
Now, did you reply to her or ignore her?
No, I replied. She wasn't inviting me to a party. Right, anyway, so this week's. Hi, mamas. At last year's Christmas gathering, my 5-year-old became a consent queen. After we talked about how she holds all the power with her private parts, and if anyone ever tries to do something you don't want to your mouth, bum and bits, then you have to fight, scream and tell an adult.
This is intense. Mouth,
we didn't really cover that in our...
Have you... We'll come back to this.
Yeah.
Have you talked about bum... What did she say? Mouth, bum, bits?
Mouth, bum, bits. We'll come back to it.
Okay.
After opening her gift from my auntie leaned in for a big kiss, saying, give me big kisses, sweetheart. My daughter very clearly said, no, thank you. Auntie asked again, and she said no. Everyone laughed as auntie went for it anyway, and my little one didn't hesitate. She slapped her straight on the cheek and shouted, respect my boundaries. This child is incredible. I was also mortified at the time and worried it will happen again, but I can't help but feel proud. I'd be so proud. I would have shouted it as well. Respect our boundaries. She said no. Now, how do I teach her to handle these moments with a little more grace? Or should I just let her keep serving lessons in personal space one slap at a time? Help. Boundaries and backhands confused, mama. I love that.
I think that's my favourite show.
I think that's brilliant. No, let her just handle it.
Boundaries and backhand confused, mama. Help.
But like, I do, like, in that instance, like, obviously, I mean, there's probably times when I say to Wokes, can I have a cuddle? And he goes, no, and I grab him anyway. but I'm his mum.
Respect his boundaries.
But I should maybe respect the boundaries, but he doesn't slap us across the face. He actually cuddles us. But, I think when it's other...
Yeah, because I imagine the kid doesn't really even know that auntie very well.
She might. She might not. But it's obviously not someone she sees every day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, should have respected our boundaries. I think you need to have a word with the auntie about boundaries.
Yeah, because I want to know the aftermath of it. Did everyone go silent?
Yeah.
Did everyone
say the child was naughty?
Like, I'll bet
I would have
my bottom dollar that she
I would have absolutely
wrong,
just had her back through that whole situation and been like, well, nah. I have taught her that she doesn't have to do this if she doesn't want to. You have overstepped the mark. You go on the naughty step.
With your welted face.
I think you've taught her very well. And I think you should just let her handle herself. She's doing a great job.
Absolutely.
If she has to start, I've once slapped someone, So
that man.
Yeah.
No, I think that is...
Yeah, I think you've taught her well.
Perfect.
Well done.
So quickly, have you taught Oaks anything about mouth bum bits?
So I haven't like... So he'll say stuff sometimes. Like he might walk about with his bits out. And like
Kids
laugh.
are so obsessed with
and
being
I'm like,
naked.
no, like nobody else should be seeing them. Like the yours private parts. Like I've kind of like dabbled in saying stuff, but I don't think I've got to the point where like I have to yet. I don't know when do you?
I think Freddie, we talked about it last year with Freddie. Because I feel like a switch happens and the girls wanted to play kissy catchy all the time, and like he was getting stressed about that and he didn't want to kiss, and they get obsessed with boys, especially with their willies, and like everything's like willy, like I don't know, just it wasn't a sit down talk, don't let anybody, it was, these are your private bits and you don't let anybody else touch them.
And so like, and then are you just like, if anyone tries to touch them, I said, tell mummy. Like,
tell an adult. Or if it's happening when nobody, scream as loud as you can and fight. Fight till the death. Fight and scream. Kick. Punch. Get big. Like a bear.
Oh God, the thought, I can't even like think about it.
I heard a story last week.
I don't want to hear the story. I don't want to hear the story. Oh. I don't.
Awful.
I don't want to hear it.
Don't let your kids go to the toilet by themselves at like any age. When you think they can go to the toilet at like 7, 8 year old in a public place, it's a strong no from all involved. No. They can go to the disabled toilet by themselves where I can see, or they can come in the girls' toilet with me.
Yeah.
Because you don't know who's in that toilet.
No.
There we are. So, thank you. More of them, share your shit.
Yes, I really enjoyed that one.
So, she's got nothing to do. Just congratulations, pour yourself a wine to celebrate the absolute epicness of that victory. 5-year-old child. Let me know about your auntie. So, my fact of the week. Fact of the week. Did you know, Lauren, that according to research from the Child Mind Institute, teaching kids about body autonomy at a young age can help them develop healthier boundaries and a strong sense of self as they grow up. It also reduces their likelihood of being manipulated in the future. This means that every small decision, like letting your kids decide whether to hug or not, can have a huge impact on their confidence and emotional well-being later in life. We have said all of that.
Yeah, lovely. Do you know what I've just thought, actually? I got Oaks' iPad thing that he's got. I got an app for it called Edorino, where you get these little figure things.
Right.
And it's lovely. It's dead like educational. There's loads of different little worlds you can enter. It's really good. I really like it. It makes us feel less guilty about him being on his iPad. But they've got a body parts thing. And obviously he puts that on and you can press all the different body parts. And there was a bit where it was like, nipples. Mums can feed babies from their nipples. Dad's nipples do nothing. I was just there. That's great.
That's funny. Well,
yeah, but I suppose little games like that are going to be quite helpful.
Yeah.
So on the note of useless nipples, the end.
The end. Yeah, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. And you can join us next Thursday where we'll be talking
Christmas!
all things Christmas. Can we go out with you singing happy birthday to us? I want a Marilyn Monroe version.
I don't know if I can do this. I'm very thirsty. Happy birthday. Oh no, have the best day.
Thanks so much.
Over
and out, guys. Will you give us, because it's my birthday, go and give us a 5-star rating.
Amen.
Bye. This episode of Mama Social, the podcast, was filmed and produced by Flamingo Heights Podcast Studio.
Lauren, I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
I don't like
Why
you
you say
soon,
Lauren? Just say see you soon.
Steve.
Because we're talking to our listeners.
Ah.
See you soon.